Assalamualaikum and good morning. I am Siti Mariam binti Mai from DPC4 and I will elaborate about English use anxiety. From the first bar graph we see over here, it shows whether if respondents get nervous or not when speaking to a tourist. As we can see, a total of 31 respondents agrees with it and 12 respondents from it goes with the slightly agree option. While the other 20 respondents, they can talk to tourists with less nervous. From the graph, we can see that the highest data with the value of 12 are at moderately and slightly agree. Same goes slightly disagree. On the other hand, the lowest data is 7, which is for strongly agree. This shows that students easily get nervous when talking to a tourist. The next bar graph here presents about respondents feeling worried when they speak English anywhere. The total of respondents that agree with it are 23, while the total of students who disagree are slightly higher, which is 28. From the total of 23 persons who agrees, most of them are moderately agree with the value of 12 people, while the difference between strongly agree and slightly agree are only 1. On the other hand, 13 from 28 respondents, which is the highest data, is slightly disagree with it, while the rest of them feel moderately and strongly disagree. They show that students are more comfortable talking English anywhere. Moving to the next graph, it is about whether if the respondent feel bothered if had to speak in English on the telephone. Based on the graph here, most of respondents slightly agree with the statement with 70 votes. The sum of strongly and moderately agree are 11, and that's make the total of respondents who agrees are 28. While on the other hand, 23 respondents disagree, which means there's a slightly more respondents who feel bothered if they need to speak in English on the phone rather than people who doesn't feel bothered with it. For this graph here, it shows if students would feel uncomfortable when speaking English anywhere outside classroom. From the graph, a total of 30 students disagree with it, while 21 students agrees with it. The most highest data goes to moderately disagree, following with slightly disagree with a difference value of 1. In contrast, the lowest data goes to strongly disagree, which is 3. This concludes that most students are comfortable speaking in English outside of the classroom. Lastly, this is a graph representing if respondents would feel anxious when given question in English. As we can see, most of students disagree with the statement with the value of 29. In contrast, a total of 27 students agrees with it. From the graph, it shows that the lowest data goes to strongly disagree, while the highest data is moderately disagree with the different value of 9. From the overall graph here, it's concluded that most students doesn't feel anxious when asked something in English. In conclusion, it is believed that anxiety has its either facilitative or debilitative effect on one's learning process. So in order to prevent that from happening, we need to identify the source of stress causing this anxiety. With some help, I believe that students can still learn English well even with the presence of stress. We want students to be able to control things when they are in an inconvenient situation and hoping that they will not stop learning English in the future.